In the quiet of night, Elizabeth sleeps soundly beside her sister, unaware of the looming danger. A dark shadow invades the room as Brian David Mitchell appears, a knife glinting ominously in his hand. Brian David Mitchell whispers a chilling threat. "Follow me, or your family will die." Elizabeth, paralyzed by fear, is led by Mitchell from her home into the ominous night. The peaceful street offers a cruel contrast to the terror gripping Elizabeth. She disappears into the shadows, swallowed by the night. The morning light reveals a chilling discovery. Elizabeth is missing. Panic grips the Smart family as the comfort of home turns into a scene of frantic searching. Ed and Lois Smart, their voices laced with desperation, call out Elizabeth's name, their cries echoing through the silent house. The Smarts immediately call the police. High in the mountains, a crude camp barely clings to the slope. A stark testament to desperation and captivity, Elizabeth remains trapped. The distant silhouette of her home, a constant agonizing reminder of her stolen freedom. Mitchell, a man driven by religious zealotry, watches over Elizabeth, his presence a looming shadow over her captivity. Wanda Barzee stands nearby, complicit in Mitchell's depravity, her presence a chilling testament to the depths of their shared cruelty. Veiled in long robes and heavy garments, Elizabeth is forced to take on a new name, Esther. Enduring daily horrors, she clings to the hope of seeing her family again. Mitchell's psychological control is evident. Mitchell leads Elizabeth through the vibrant city streets, their figures cloaked in disguises. The city's populace surges around them, unaware of Elizabeth's presence. Elizabeth's spirit is tested, her steps measured and obedient. The Smart family, their faces mirroring deep worry, organizes press conferences. Substantial rewards are announced, fervent prayers echo, and Mary Catherine, though traumatized, shows resolve. A fragmented memory surfaces. The voice of Elizabeth's abductor echoes a familiar tone from their past. A chilling realization dawns, the potential connection to someone once within their home. Investigators pursue Mary Catherine's clue, their hopes rising as they trace it back to Brian David Mitchell. The investigation grinds to a halt, the promising lead dissolving into frustrating dead ends. Frustration mounts as the clock ticks, each moment amplifying the urgency and despair. Elizabeth moves through the camp, her face hidden, her spirit unbroken. She clings to inner strength, whispering poems and recalling cherished memories. Flickering candlelight dances across the camp, casting long, eerie shadows. Mitchell's eyes burn with zealous fervor as he towers over Elizabeth. Elizabeth sits, head bowed, outwardly compliant, yet inwardly defiant. Under the stark light of day, Mitchell, Elizabeth, and Barzee walk through Salt Lake City, their figures casting long shadows. A couple pauses, their eyes widening in sudden recognition of Elizabeth. The man subtly retrieves his cell phone, his expression shifting with urgency. Police vehicles screech to a halt, surrounding Mitchell and Barzee. Elizabeth is taken into custody in the full light of day. The nation reels, stunned by her miraculous return. Tears of joy flood the Smart family home as Elizabeth is found, her return sparking disbelief and overwhelming emotion across the nation. The reunion unfolds, an emotional torrent of embraces and tears. The Smart family is together again. Years later, inside the courtroom, Elizabeth stands tall, her voice clear and unwavering. She bravely testifies against Mitchell and Barzee, her gaze fixed upon her abductors. Her strength and composure radiate throughout the courtroom. She recounts the horrors she endured, each word a testament to her resilience. Mitchell stands motionless as the gavel falls, the sound echoing the finality of his life sentence. Barzee, a ghost of her former self, fades into the background. The cold reality of justice hangs heavy in the air, a stark reminder that even in resolution, the scars of the past remain. In the quiet of her office, Elizabeth sits, bathed in the soft glow of her monitor. Her face reflects a fierce determination to protect the vulnerable. Years later, sunlight floods the modern conference hall as Elizabeth commands the stage. Her voice echoes with strength. Resilience isn't about avoiding the fall. It's about learning to rise each and every time. Trauma may leave scars, but scars are proof of survival. They tell a story of strength. She passionately declares, "Hope is not a passive wish, it's an active choice. Choose it, nurture it, and let it guide you forward." Elizabeth stands amidst the towering peaks, the wind whispering through the trees. The mountains, once a symbol of captivity, now stand as silent witnesses to her journey. The trauma that once haunted her begins to fade, replaced by a newfound peace. Sunlight pours into the living room, illuminating dust motes as Elizabeth's children play. Elizabeth's laughter fills the air as she watches her children. Her husband watches, leaning against the doorway, a warm smile gracing his face. Elizabeth sits at the table, surrounded by her books. She signs copies with a flourish, her pen dancing across the pages. Readers approach, their eyes shining with admiration. Elizabeth shares her story, her words offering hope. Elizabeth stands as a beacon of hope, surrounded by supporters at her foundation's fundraising event. Elizabeth stands before her students, sunlight illuminating the room as she begins her lesson. Today, we're talking about safety, Elizabeth says, her voice resonating with conviction. She emphasizes, it's not just about avoiding accidents, it's about being aware of your surroundings and empowering yourselves to protect yourselves and others. Elizabeth sits opposite the host, her warm smile illuminating the studio as she gestures emphatically. Bright lights illuminate the set as cameras capture her every expression. She is composed and articulate, her passion for her work evident in her every word. In the quiet of the night, Elizabeth's office is lit by the glow of her computer screen, her face a mask of determination. Surrounded by stacks of files, she pores over documents, her brow furrowed in unwavering concentration. Elizabeth stands silhouetted against the awakening sky, overlooking Salt Lake City as the first light kisses the horizon. She embodies resilience, a beacon reminding us that even after the longest night, hope dawns anew.